Grow with GITAM. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the session. Please confirm if I'm audible and visible too. Quickly in the chat box. Hey, everybody. Good evening on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on our way on YouTube, Facebook, and everyone who joined us on such a short notice. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we are going to grow with GITAM University, which is right here to revolutionize education. Hi, Alekhya, and hi, everybody. So quickly in the chat box, while you're confirming me, you can hear me, see me. Hi, Afiz. I want to welcome all of you into a special session where we are going to welcome a very learned man, a professional who has given decades of his life in the growth of our country, our nation, and now he is with GITAM University as well. And to be very precise, this is such an amazing opportunity that for the first time, a university, GITAM University, of course, is coming up with such an amazing PhD program. Okay, so this particular session is going to have two parts. One will be obviously while we'll be chatting with Dr. Sharan Misra. He is Fulbright scholar, a lot of achievements. Like he has headed the molecular biology division at Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. He's also a professor at Homi Bhabha National Institute, and currently he is heading the Center for Multidisciplinary Unit of Research on Translational Initiatives at GITAM University. Now, just to let you know, GITAM University has got multiple campuses, Bangalore as well as Andhra Pradesh, and they have come up with an amazing PhD program. So we are going to also focus on the PhD program, which obviously many of you must be aspiring for. And Professor Dr. Harisaran Misra is going to also throw some light on why exactly GITAM University is the best destination for all your PhD needs and requirements. Most of you, I'm sure, are going to pursue your PhD in the future, maybe MSc graduates or postgraduates, MSc postgraduates as well as passed out students. So this is an amazing opportunity to interact with Sir and understand how GITAM University is going to revolutionize biotechnology, life science, engineering, and various other STEM faculties with their programs. So without much delay, I would like to bring up our very own Professor Dr. Harishan Misra. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the session. How are you?
Good evening, dear. I'm very good. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on such a short notice. So, sir, before we get started, if you could drop some two lines of your wisdom for our audience today.
Yeah. So I think I completed my 34 years near service in Bhabha Atomic Research Center. And
Right.
that was the time when I visited different parts of the country. And
Mm-hmm.
despite being the part of a hardcore research institutions, I was someone who was very well connected with the academics in this country as well as abroad. I have
Mm-hmm.
had opportunity to visit several labs in USA, China, Korea, and Japan, etc. And in July 2022, I got super invited, and then I found another excellent place, as you said in your opening remarks. It's a perfect
Right.
place where I thought let's start growing some better science for the future of this country as well as of our younger people in this country. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, sir, for that those lines. So I was going through all your achievements till date. So you have also we've been working as the head of Center for Multidisciplinary Unit of Research at Translation Initiative at GITAM University. And so let's jump in quickly to the first question, which would be how GITAM University is the best destination for PhD scholars across the country.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I must appreciate your this question. In my opinion, based on my experience, the best research can be done by a PhD students if any institutions can meet the three requirements. And
Mm-hmm.
the very first requirement is there that there has to be a top class infrastructure which you need to do your experiments and work in the lab. The second most important thing is there that you should have the intellectual faculties, very high class, the knowledgeable faculties around who can supervise And the third thing is there, that that's very important again, that
Mhm.
these faculties or universities should be able to support your research, because the research is always requires certain funds. So the funds availability. So in my opinion, I mean, which I have seen for last 1 year being in the GITAM, that
Right.
fortunately this university has met all the three requirements.
Wow.
In last 2 years, we have recruited top class faculty, the graduates from the IITs, central universities, etc., and then several years postdoctoral experience abroad. And we have excellent, state of the art, world class facilities for doing the research, which are sophisticated instruments. They're all high throughput technologies, and then basic instruments what you require for doing the class molecular cellular biology research. And
Right.
funding, government of India has funded good amount of money. We have got through DST pers, DBT Sahaj is coming, so we have adequate funding. And our faculties are so renowned with their publication and credentials. They are actually attracting good funding from government of India when they are submitting the projects. We are getting a number of even private companies and partners, they are also coming forward and joining hands with the GITAM. So in my opinion, this becomes a
Mhm.
best place where someone can dream to come and explore it. And last but not least, Visakhapatnam is a beautiful city, very neat and clean city.
I
Campus
agree.
is very safe. Campus is very safe for girls student particularly. And then so this is ultimate destination in my opinion.
Right, right. That's a great addition there. I totally agree that Visakhapatnam is a great city to be in. So, sir, now let's throw some light on your career journey so far. So, you worked at Bark in the molecular biology segment. So, how exactly one can get there if we have to get to a molecular biology lab in Bhaba?
Yeah, so I think that is something which, let me narrate you. The first thing, if somebody wants to get into BRC, should have
Mhm.
a curiosity and dream to get into that campus and cross the
Right,
boundary. And once you develop a curiosity and a dream to see the nuclear energy establishment of this country, then you have to work hard, because nothing works by dreaming only. So you have to do hard work.
Mhm.
Let me tell you a brief program since you asked this question. So
Yes.
the BRC has got one of the most unique entry program in this country. In fact, in my understanding, no other institution and department have in the government of India, that we take actually MSc student, the science students after MSc, that is their physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, and engineering after B or B
Mhm.
take from the institutions. So
Right,
they are eligible to apply for a position in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, a scientist position. And then we have got two routes. The one route is there that they can appear the written test and score the highest rank in the written test.
right.
And the second one is that they can appear for the gate exam, that again their percentile has to be very high. So
Mhm.
then the opening comes every year, sometimes in October to December, September to December. And
Right,
once the advertisement comes, then there is an option given that you can submit your gate score to, if
right.
your gate score is quite high, they give the cutoff that what percentile they are accepting. And
Mhm.
at the end of it, they conduct an interview, and in interview is on average 45 minutes per candidate. That's quite
Mhm.
good grilling, very tough interview, but one of us will have to crack that. That should be
Right,
the actually thinking process. And
right.
once you have this thing, then you become the part of a DAE family, Baba Atomic Research Center. That course is called orientation course for engineers and scientists. We call it OCES. And
Mhm.
then under this program, both categories, whether they are engineer or they are scientist, both will be oriented to the program of the Department of Atomic Energy.
Okay.
And this program, then they will be given 1 year, all the facilities, living, everything free. They will be given stipend certain amount, and they
Mhm.
will go through the program for whole year. and at
Mhm.
the end of it they will be placed in different units within the BRC wheresoever there is a vacancy and requirement, and they will
Okay.
become the scientist. And then 35 to 37 years is the time which you get to time to spend in this premier institution. There is
Right.
another entry if I add it, because the
Mhm.
entry through which I entered in Bhabha Atomic Research Center was not through training school. We call it training school, the OCS program.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
I did my PhD higher education from GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, and
Mhm.
then I entered directly as a scientist, not through training school. So we
Okay.
have both these streams, but through both these streams you can become the scientist. And
Right.
then I'm sure you will agree, once you are inside the boundary, then sky is the limit for you. You can
Of course.
enjoy science, you can enjoy the pleasure.
Wonderful place to be in. So, sir, now let's bring our focus back to our multidisciplinary unit of research for translational initiatives in the PhD program, which we have at GITAM. So, what are the opportunities the students will get once they enroll into the PhD program at GITAM University? If you could throw some light on that.
I think so. As I said in my opening remark, that this Murthy, this multidisciplinary unit of research on translational initiative,
Right.
this actually is an umbrella of
Mhm.
research venture in GITAM University. So
Right.
as most of the students, and you may also, everybody academician would know that this National Education Policy 2020
Mhm.
actually had brought a directive that every university in this country now they have to get change from their traditional teaching program, become the research university. So
Correct.
under that scheme, and also fortunately this is a private university, but we have got very dynamic president. So I
Right.
think it's, everything must have been boiled down somewhere, that we
Mhm.
want this university to become a research university. And under
Right.
that ambitions and plan, this particular
Mhm.
center, which we abbreviate to Murthy, Multidisciplinary Unit of Research on Translational Initiative, this abbreviates Murthy. This
Right.
facility was established, and then management has spent nearly 50 crores for setting up this infrastructure in Visakhapatnam only. The similar
Right.
kind of facilities we are building in Bangalore as well as Hyderabad campus also. So now
Wow.
here what we have it, we have got state of the art facilities, all
Mhm.
the basic requirements for doing excellent molecular cellular biology and drug discovery science. And then
Mhm.
we also have got all advanced sophisticated high throughput instruments like mass spectrometry, NMR, XRD, transmission, I mean electron microscopy, fax, confocal. So in
Mhm.
cut short, anything which you need for
Mhm.
doing a very quality research, I think this center will have it. So when students, when they come here, again
Mhm.
the students, the fellowship, I mean there is a open advertisement that's going to get
Right.
over tomorrow if they are not
Tomorrow.
extending further. But when
Right.
you apply it, you will appear for a written test, and
Right.
after written test you all will go for the very fair transparent interview process. Let me also tell you that students and then incumbents should never have any questions on the fairness of the selection in this university. So
Right.
once you appear for interview, and
Mhm.
based on your performance a merit list will be created, and top 10% of the students they will be picked up for Murthy research fellowship. So this
Oh.
Murthy research fellowship, it gives 40,000 rupees per month fellowship, along with
Mhm.
the contingency which no funding agency in this country as of now is supporting. And
Wow.
then the people who comes in the second list, that is after top 10%, and the rest of the people who have qualified the interview, they will
Right.
be given some 25,000 rupees. That's what stands as if now. That's subject to change by the board of management and academic advisory committee or vice chancellor and rest of the people. But that is what stands as of now.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
once these students are selected, then we
Mhm.
have also evolved a very healthy practice, like any best institution like ISA Bangalore, TIFR, or
True.
BRC or JNU or any central university, that we
Right.
are not letting a student to go and start working directly to a faculty. Rather, we
Mm-hmm.
are having a rotation program. So the
Okay.
student will be given options to have the rotation with three guides, which student
Mm-hmm.
can select it, and then
Right.
the students will actually work for 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
actually to understand the compatibility, the chemistry, the scientific knowledge, dedication of the guide, how well
Right.
they are going to work with the student, and then student will be allowed to join a lab after 6 months, 2 months rotation with the three guides. They will
Mm-hmm.
take some coursework as specified by UGC. We are following all the guidelines of UGC, and then they will go and start working in the lab. Once they become the part of the GITAM University in biological science, particularly, or chemistry or physics, any branch, once they become the part of the, or they are student of GITAM University, then the
Mm-hmm.
entire infrastructure that has been developed, which I am referring under Murthy, this
Mm-hmm.
entire infrastructure will be open free to all the students to work anywhere in the campus with the,
Okay.
any college. But then if they want to use the facility in their research, they can move down. We are going to have very organized doctoral committee for each student. So doctoral committee
Right.
uh, will be with the expert, with the chairman, from the expert from outside also. So they
Mm-hmm.
are going to monitor the research in totality. We have made sure that when a student joins here, his or her credential, academic credential or
Right.
academic interest should be taken care properly, and they should be able to good quality research in GITAM. And we 9, 10 distinguished professors in the different disciplines, including myself, we are actually part of such research ecosystem that has been created. So in my opinion, I think it's a best place where one can come and trust us and start enjoying the good quality research.
Right. So I think this is very important for our subscribers and the viewers who are going to watch this as a recording to note down that very less organizations in this country are as concerned about PhD scholars at the way GITAM treats their PhD scholars. And I must say, the kind of care, the kind of attention you are giving to PhD scholars, it's rare to be seen, and I must commend you for this. So
Thank you. Thank you.
for all our subscribers who are watching us live, here is the deadline. As you can see, I hope this is visible to all of you. 9th December, that is tomorrow, is the last date to apply. And somehow I managed to get Sir on board so that he can share all the vision of GITAM University and the Murthy Fellowship, which is there. And the online PhD entrance test is on 17th of December. So you have to apply before tomorrow. I hope before midnight of tomorrow it should be there. Then
Yes.
21st December you should get the online results, and then interview will happen from 26th December to 5th of January, and final results will be released on 12th of January. Followed by that, you will have all the formalities done, and by 15th of February you should have started with your PhD. And sir, if you could throw some light on, so do the students also need to have a CSIR net JRF to
Yeah.
work here, or directly they can join?
Yeah, so I think on behalf of the university management, I'm taking this responsibility to bring out to your attention or to viewers. You see, this fellowship, what I mentioned is Murthy Research Fellowship or Junior Research Fellowship, is actually being funded by the university. So this
Okay.
has come from the university fund. But any student who has, I mean, students who have qualified national entrance test by ICMR, ICR, UGC, CSIR, DBT, or even GATE, if they have qualified a high marks, they can directly submit their interest, their
Applications.
application to us, and we
Mhm.
will be possibly, I mean, as per the guidelines of any UGC institution, for those students, we may not ask them to appear for written test. We will take them
Written
direct for interview,
directly. Okay.
and then the fellowship will come from their respective funding agencies from
Funding
where they have
agency.
qualified it. But I think that's the line which we want to welcome again, because we'll
Right.
get good quality student in that. Yeah.
Right. So I think these are two things which we have to make it clear for our audience. The first what sir said is, okay, you can directly write the test and get the Murthy fellowship. But if you already have a CSIR net fellowship, you can directly apply. Don't no need to write the written test and directly get enrolled into PhD after appearing probably for the interview, the due process which the university will follow. All right.
That's
So
correct.
in the meanwhile, sir, there is some questions coming in. Uh, can the chemical engineering, MTech chemical engineering also apply for this particular position? There is Chetan from LinkedIn. He's asking this question. If you could throw some light on this.
So the question is there whether chemical engineering graduates they can apply for biology PhD, PhD in
Biology or
biology.
chemistry? Yes.
Yeah, biology in biological PhD in biological sciences. Is this the question? I think
Yes.
I think this. Do you please see the advertisement, because in advertisement the eligibility is shown, that which are the subjects are there, but
Right.
in my opinion, if I was to actually take the call, I don't see any difficulty, because that's
Right.
another thing. Maybe in response to other question, the
Mm-hmm.
research now in 21st century and in today, it
Mm-hmm.
should break the boundaries of the disciplines. You
Correct.
know,
I
the
agree.
most of the best discoveries in the science, the Nobel prizes, etc., have come by breaking the boundaries. When so many disciplines have married, then the novelty has come. So I am of the strong opinion that we
Right.
should not have strong boundaries. And certainly in physics, chemistry and biology, science wise, we are almost breaking it. We are allowing people to cross their discipline. That's another
Right.
good thing is happening in GITAM, that we are encouraging a lot of multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research here, which is paying a very good dividend and a good response also.
Right. So, sir, I will take out 2 minutes of your time now to throw some light on your career so far at BARC and now at GITAM. I'm sure you have seen a lot of ups and downs and multiple challenges in your research career. So, if you could share some stories or some challenges which you faced and how you overcame, so that we can encourage the young audience to also take up such challenges and come up victorious. So, sir, one or two stories if you could share.
Yeah, so I can go to bit personal to me, but you can edit it if it does not fit it. But something so, no, no, it's not very personal. But what I'm saying, how my career has grown, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some of the points. You know, I was born to a farmer family, and
Right.
I had my all three children born by the time I completed my MSc in organic chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got an appointment in the bank, and I was all set to go and join the bank and start working for my children. But
Okay.
it came in my life when
Right.
somebody came to me and said that why don't you come and do the PhD? And that is too my see, this is going to be very useful for the people who are actually underestimating their potential. So
Right.
I did all my education from the village college. I had never
Correct.
gone to the city and completed my MSc. And
Wow.
then for my PhD, I went to GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology in Nainital. And
Ji.
that university in 1976 was one of the best agriculture university in the entire Asia. That's kind of reputation. University
Wow.
has American pattern of education. They had
Right.
the written test to qualify before you can get the admission in PhD. And my
Right.
MSc was in organic chemistry, and I was aspiring to become the biologist. You can imagine how tough was someone to qualify and written test. I
Correct.
cracked the written test in biochemistry. I did
Right.
my PhD in, followed by interview. I got admission in Pannagar. I did my PhD in biochemistry and microbiology. And
Right.
after that, I said in the beginning that one needs to have a curiosity to
Right.
actually reach out to the BRC. In
Right.
87, I had gone in a seminar in Mahabaleshwar seminar on modern biology was organized by TIFR from Pantnagar.
Acha.
And there we had so many BRC scientists. It's a very turning point of my life. And I
Mm-hmm.
asked them that I want to see the BRC. And they
Right.
say that BRC is not a picnic place, because I was outsider those days. And I
Right.
said, all right, I did not go to BRC. And
Mm-hmm.
after 9 months, I saw an advertisement, a post of molecular geneticist, scientist, molecular geneticist in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and they said that they will give the TADA and interview will be held inside the BRC. And
Okay.
trust me, that was the catch. I said, let
Hmm.
me go and see the BRC, which I could not see, and then they
Right.
will give me to and fro. I went appear for interview, trusted myself what I had done for 5 years, my academic, the treasure which I had by studying lot of courses in Pantnagar, and
Right.
55 minutes I was in the interview board, and was
Right.
the first candidate out of 39 candidate with lot of postdoctoral experience they came to for this particular position. Well,
Hmm.
it was my luck or my children luck or maybe my capability. In
Right.
55 minutes, I cracked the interview, and there itself I was told that when you are going to join it. So I said
Wow.
that I worked for it, and I had a curiosity to see the BRC nuclear reactors and all the programs, and these two married, and finally I landed to BRC. And
Wow.
after reaching to Bhabha Atomic Research Center, as you ask the question, the ups and downs, life is nowhere, I mean, it's not rosy for anyone. Ups and
Absolutely.
downs are part of the life, but I had learned certain things that once you catch it, never give up. So once
Right.
I found a place, heard lot of things I face in my life, possibly sometimes I can write my bio sketch, you can publish, but
Hmm.
I never gave up. I said I'm not going to give up. People think of pushing me, and I came out much stronger force than what they were trying. I became the fellow of. I'm actually fellow of all the academies in the science academies
Right.
in country, and lot
I.
of things which came to me, lot of things. And I am actually the member of Guha Research Conference, another a very allied body of biological scientists in this country, and
Hmm.
that actually being represented with all modesty with 8 9 Padma awardees in the
Right.
biologist, and I
Right.
became the member of this body, and every year at least I get chance to interact with all these stalwarts in the biology in this
Right.
country. That is how I have grown. Eventually, government of India gave me 9 deputations. So
Wow.
many by government of India with their expenses. I have been at least 9 10 times to US on different occasions with the government of India as well as my own UL, etc. And
Right.
keeps growing. And I am 61 and half. Still, I
Wow.
feel that I can go 10 years more. This is
Of
what
course.
research and science gives. I want to cap up at the end of it. So if the
Wow.
people they choose a profession to become the scientist, every day you venture a new thing in science, you never get bogged down, and that
Right.
makes you very young for all the time. So that's what I earn it. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful narration there. And I personally loved it. I'm sure the audience got inspired hugely to pursue science. And I'm sure they would be now looking for your email ID. How can I apply to Hari, sir, for this? So, students who want to apply for GITAM University's PhD program, like sir said, tomorrow is the last date. Today is the only way to finalize and apply. Please do that. Now, some questions are coming from the audience, sir. I will just share on the screen if we can read out quickly. So
Yeah.
Alekhya is asking, are students who are going to finish their masters in March or April of 2024 eligible to apply, or will there be another entrance exam again during the second half of the year? If you could reply to that, sir.
Right. So very straightforward. We conduct 2 times. One time we
Yeah.
conduct in July. The second time we conduct in December. So
Right.
you wait, beta. You don't get desperate. After your exam is over in July, again you are going to get the chance.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, just like CSIR Net, Geetham is also going to conduct 2 times a year, so
Yeah.
you won't miss the chance. That's
Right.
a really amazing step and very student friendly step by Geetham, I must say. So,
Definitely.
sir, one more question is from Suma. She is asking, exam centers are available all over Andhra Pradesh or not?
I think it's an online exam.
Yes,
So
yes. So,
online exam possibly in my I don't know this thing. I have to actually figure it out. I can answer later on. I'm
yeah.
actually
So, yeah. So, students who want this answer, there is a email ID you can see here on the screen, phd support@geetham.edu. You can email them and they will guide you. Otherwise, the phone number is mentioned over there, 0891 2866 411. So you can dial that and you will be able to contact somebody, talk to somebody, and get this clarified. Okay. So next question, sir, is how many years the Murthy Fellowship will be provided?
Yeah, it's again very good question because it actually links to the total tenure of PhD that we actually looking forward. So this
Right.
fellowship will be provided for 4 years. Now,
Right.
so far, this university has a binding that after 3 years, student will have to complete their PhD. But that
Correct.
we have actually remodeled because we know that a good quality PhD cannot be done in 3 years when 1 year
Yeah.
goes for your coursework only. So now
Right.
we have made it for 4 years. So
Right.
4 years is absolutely you will get the fellowship.
Okay.
But if your research progress is very good, this I am actually talking on behalf of the management without much assurance. But if your
Mm-hmm.
research progress is very good, then you may get extension for 5th year. Why I am telling? Because the management right now is looking forward by doing everything for creating a perfect ecosystem in this university, which should be named around the world that we have a wonderful program. So as of now, it's for 4 years, but this could be extendable based on your performance if you produce good quality research.
Right. So that help, I hope, answers your question. Now, Sauradeep Day has a question. Is there any age limit for the university fellowship?
I don't think, but I think that also would have been given in the advertisement. Please refer to advertisement. But what we believe that up to 27, 28, because we are expecting that PhD degree someone should be achieving by age of 30 to 33. That's what university
Right.
believes. Though I
Right.
don't believe all students have done in 28 years. So I
Right.
believe that up to 27, 28, it should be eligible. Yeah. But you can see the advertisement. I think best answer will be there.
Yeah. So the advertisement link we have shared in the group already in the chat box. You can click on that and check that out. It is exclusively available on Biotechnika's website. So the next question which we have, sir, is our peculiar question from Anam Firdaus. She is asking that I have completed my master's 2 years ago, and due to some reason I could not join my PhD. So can I also apply for PhD in GITAM University?
Absolutely, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
So
Yes.
career break is not going to deter you from applying for the PhD or getting it done. So next question, sir, is 35 years too late to start a scientific career? What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think so because it's all you can depend. You can compare myself. I have served for 34 years, 33 years to Bhabha Atomic Research Center. If you
Right.
join in the age of 35, you will be serving 25 years.
Right.
So I don't think, see, provided if anyone is equipped with the scientific potential and all, I mean, degree, aptitude, and resources, then
Right.
age should not be a factor.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think that should be a difficult thing. But see, if this question in response to the time that we are anticipating students should complete the PhD by 30 to 33 years, that doesn't happen, dear. I know all my students 15, 16, 17, which I have supervised in BRC, all could complete their PhD by the age of 25 to 30. I mean, before 29 and 30. The longest one was 28 years. So even
Right.
if it is given for 5 years, if you plan it properly, I'm sure you can crack it in your degree. You can get it by before 30, and that's okay. That is well accepted.
Right. Right. So, sir, while our students are still typing question, one personal question I had. You did your master's in organic chemistry and then you transitioned into biology with PhD in biochemistry. How tough it was and how exciting it was transitioning.
Right. So I think I can name to one of my best friends who actually I owe everything to him, and
Right.
we were BSc classmate, but he was silver spoon born. So he went to Pantnagar for doing MSc, and I continued MSc in my village school.
Right.
But he had somehow perceived it that I have a spark and potential, and
Right.
I owe my entire career to him. And he came to me. I had qualified for bank clerk exam, SBI, and he crumbled my paper, the appointment letter, and he said, "You are not made to become the bank clerk." That's such a high moral statement he made it. And he said, "You come, hurry, and join for, PhD in Pantnagar University. There is a opening, and organic chemistry was eligibility. Actually, they had opened it that organic chemist can become the biologist."
Right.
So
Right.
it was tough for me. I said, his name is Dr. QA Hamid now. I said, "Hamid, I cannot qualify it because
Right.
I am an organic chemist, and that is too from the village school." He said,
Right.
"You come 3 days before the entrance exam, and then I will see that what best can be done. Trust me, I am emotionally attached right now. That 3 days he spent 24 hours with me for teaching all fundamentals of biochemistry, and that
Mhm.
was enough for me to grasp it and crack the exam with 55% score, and 50% was qualifying marks. So I don't know, Shekhar, how all these things kept happening in my life. But one thing I had, that something which I determined, I kept doing it, and I never gave it. That's something, and that's
Right.
how. And then it was difficult, and how I solved the difficulty. This is information for students, those who are watching. I
Right.
was organic chemistry graduate. I had to do PhD in biochemistry and microbiology, and
Ji.
so I had to study
Mhm.
courses in for my PhD, and one MSc curriculum was 42 credit, and
Correct.
during my PhD I studied 82 credit. You can see equivalent to two MSc program and
Mhm.
microbiology and biochemistry. But that was handsome investment in my life, that I am
Right.
so competent that I can sit any branch of biology and ask the question from every corners and answer it also. So that actually helped me. The point that I am trying to make it, that students should learn it, that when they are studying, when they are doing masters, they are doing graduate, that time their task and job is only to learn it, not to
Correct.
venture rest of the things, and equip with the fundamentals that actually helps very good in the life. So that is how I conquered. There was a difficulty, but somehow
Right.
I conquered it. There is another difficulty was there, but that I'll talk to you sometimes personal.
Sure, sure, no problem. So we can see here our audience should pay attention to this fact that Sir was son of a farmer, did his schooling in a village and a small town, and then he didn't knew biochemistry, and he was thrown a challenge in 3 days. His friend taught him, and like we say, har ek friend zaruri hota hai. He had a great friend who helped him, and now he took up the challenge of doing PhD in biochemistry. Right? Organic chemistry and biochemistry are two different geographies. It's one is now North Pole and South Pole, and he could capture both in his life. And not just that, he went ahead and served 34 years under the aegis of BARC for Government of India. And today he is working at GITAM, and he invites all of you to join GITAM University's PhD program. And I'm sure a lot of students got inspired by your story, sir. Thank you so much for all that. So I will request quickly to the audience to ask any questions they might have. And sir, if you could share some concluding lines in the meanwhile.
Yeah, so I think I have spoken quite a bit about Geetam. I think
Right.
geographically, intellectually, financially, management support, and since we have three campuses now, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Visakhapatnam, and
Right.
so all these things, I think it gives excellent opportunity for a student to join it. Those who
Right.
are from biology background, I want to add it that Geetam is the one among the few universities in the world that has got the science, engineering, all branches of science and technology and management, medical and paramedical, schools and programs under single management. You know why I'm saying that? If I am doing a research on cancer biology, if I am doing a research on medical microbiology, let's say medical science, If I
Right.
don't have infrastructure where I can directly go and interact, that becomes very difficult. This is what I have experienced in BRC. We thought of doing lot of medical biology research, but we could not do that, possibly
Right.
because we did not have the medical facility. Now, GITAM
True.
University, GITAM Management University is one of the fantastic destination for anyone who wants to do a class molecular cellular biology linked to the human health, to the drug discovery. I mean, we have a very good programs on the drug discovery, drug design and development, etc., using the marine resources. Since Visakhapatnam is located at the coast of the Visakhapatnam on the Bay of Bengal, so we are actually having a very good program to do the drug discovery by using the marine resources. And Government of India has actually funded a good amount of fund for setting up a center for drug discovery in this particular place. So what I am saying that in my concluding remarks, that the impossible words should not exist in your dictionary. You
Right.
only should look the resources that are available with you.
Right.
The science is going to be your agriculture, your hard work, your ambitions is going to be fertilizer. The more you put to the agriculture, the better productivity you are going to see. And here in GITAM University, we all are actually enthusiastic, very energetic, and working day and night to make this university a perfect research university, and should actually spot in top few universities in the world. That's what our ambitions is there. And
Right.
don't worry, come and challenge your career, and we are going to help you. We'll give you the best research, that I can assure you.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much, sir, for those encouraging words. And a couple of questions here. The number one question is from Satya Lakshmi. I finished my master's degree in 2017, now hoping to pursue a PhD. Would you grant me the opportunity or consider the age criteria?
I think the 2017 means she had been around for 6 years without doing
Yes.
a job. So
Right.
if her age is not debarring her to appear for it,
Right.
then we don't have any problem. We'll be able to mentor you to do a good research if you have a sense and determination to dedicate yourself and commit for your research work. So just check the age, and if age is not stopping you to apply it, please come forward. I
Right.
know many of the officers in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, they have become officer after serving the colleges and the schools. So when
Right.
we come for selection, we don't bother that what has been the past. We only look your potential at that point of time. All the best to you.
Yeah, all the best, Satyalakshmi. Next question, sir, is from Suma. She is asking, if we get admitted, do we have to pay any fee to the university?
Yes, I think that's a point. And any university around the world, whether it is government university, central university, state university, or private university, fees is always there. So,
Right.
so fees is there. Now, this university possibly will have slightly higher fees. I'm
Mhm.
actually making, I'm not very much aware of it, but being the private university, they have a certain guidelines already. So they
Mhm.
may have slightly higher fees, but they are also going to give you fellowship. So
Right.
once you
Which will
get
cover
selected, then it will get compensated. Point
that. Right.
number two, that this university also gives fellowship and
Mhm.
concession in your fees also. That is
Mhm.
another thing will come to you. And actually that's the kind of thing, but there will be fellowship. But there are
Right.
ways to actually handle that kind of thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. So, with this, we come to an end of our session. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. And the students who might have any question related to GITAM University, they can always go to Biotechnika's webpage and find out the phone number. Here's a chance for you to embark on an extraordinary journey and have access to the state of the art facilities at the prestigious PhD program at GITAM University. And with this, we come to an end of our session. I think one more question has come. I think we should answer that, sir. So, question is from Jayashree. I qualified TS SET 2023. I'm interested to do research in AI in life sciences. Is PhD part-time available, and which is the best, sir, part-time or full-time?
I think I would never advise to go for part time if you want to make your career in research and academics. That's underline.
Right,
And GITAM University has actually stopped the part-time provision now. Initially, we had it, so they have stopped it. Now we don't take any part-time. We take only two types of candidates. One is that if let's say Pfizer or some Sun Pharma, if these industries, if they sponsor your fellowship and work, then you can be the part of the. I mean, you can do PhD by sponsored candidate, or you
right,
should be full-time PhD student. So we don't have it, but as you said, for AI and machine learning, I think no part of research or science or academics is left without artificial intelligence and machine learning, and biology is very much part of it. So that's a
right.
good domain of research, and we are also venturing into that to actually
Mhm.
integrate these domains in that. You can look forward, you can do that.
Right, right. So with this, we come to an end of our session, sir. Thank you so much for joining. And for all the audience, I am sure you learned a lot from the story, the journey of Hari sir. And now that he is part of GITAM's initiative into translational research, here is your chance, here is your opportunity to be a part of this research. Explore the opportunity. If this fits in, I would highly recommend. But at the same time, remember that these opportunities don't come every day. Tomorrow is the last day to apply. So if you want to apply, make a decision tonight. Go hit the application tomorrow, and after that, become a part of GITAM University's vibrant, dynamic scientific culture. And I'm sure you will have a great career ahead. So with these thoughts, thank you so much, sir, and thank you, audience, for joining us live. And we'll be ending this session now. If you have any
Thank you.
questions, yes, sir, please go
Thank
ahead.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shekhar. I think I appreciate it. And I
Thank you.
hope that I have done good job.
Of course, you did. So, so with this, we come to an end of our session. Thank you, audience, and thank you, sir. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Till then, keep shining. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. See you. All the best to everyone.